Good morning, Doctor. My name is Young, batch number 292670. So today we're going to introduce is what is financial institution. So financial institution is an important role in human life due to economic growth and people financial planning. It is a company engaged in the business of dealing with financial and monetary transactions. So the example of monetary transaction have deposit, loan, investment, and currency exchange. The types of financial institutions will include the central bank, retail and commercial bank, credit union, saving and loan SNL association, investment bank, brokerage firm, and the mortgage company. That's First, the financial institution that we choose will be Maybank, which is funded by Tan Sri Group and Puat. It's the Malaysia's largest financial service group. It is located in Kuala Lumpur. The focus area of Maybank will be personal, businesses, and Islamic banking.
Hey
And
everyone, my
product we
name
choose
is
will housing loan.
Imagine
Example
and
will
my
be
matrix
my
number is
first home scheme and housing
293779,
key
and
ownership
today
plan.
I'm going to present
Next,
about
the
the products used by
financial institution
Maybank to
chosen
gain
will be
profit,
SMB Bank, founded by Wing
and
Ken
which
Chiang and
are
Yap Choi
my
Ee,
first
merged
home
in
scheme and
2006.
house
It
key
is also one
home
of the
ownership
largest bank in
plan.
Malaysia,
My
which
first
also
home
located in
scheme
Kuala
and
Lumpur.
house key
Focus
ownership
area will be
plan
conventional
is
banking service.
offering
So the
interest
product
rate
also same will
which
be
comes
housing
with
loan.
a
The
fixed
example will be
interest
home
rate or
flexi
an
and
Islamic
overseas mortgage loan.
financing rate depending on whether the
My name is
customer
Imeji and my
chooses
matrix
the
number is
conventional or
293779.
Islamic
Today I'm
version.
going to present about the products
And
used by Maybank to
my
gain
first
profit,
home scheme
which
is
are my first home
using
scheme and house key
fixed
house
rate,
ownership plan.
which
They
are
both use
simple
fixed interest
interest,
rate or an
which is
Islamic financing
conventional,
rate depending
and
on the customer
Murabaha,
choice
which is
over conventional
Islamic
or Islamic option.
financing.
And for my first home
For
scheme
Islamic
is
interest,
using
the
simple
interest
interest, which
is
is conventional,
calculated
and
on the
Murabaha, which
principal
is
loan
Islamic
amount without
financing. And
compounding,
for simple
while
interest, the
for
interest is
Murabaha,
calculated
the
on the
fixed
principal loan
profit
amount
rate
without
on the
compounding.
purchase
And
price
for
of the
Murabaha, the
property
fixed
which
profit
is
rate
paid
on the
over
purchase
time.
price of the property, which is paid
And
over time.
house
And
key
for
home
the
ownership
house
plan
key home
is
ownership
using
plan is using the
simple
simple interest
interest
rate.
rate, which is conventional as
To
my
simulate the
first home
calculation of
scheme.
repayment of the house key home ownership plan, the assumptions are 200,000 of loan amount, 4% per annum of interest rate, 30 years of loan term, and simple interest for the monthly payment. To calculate the total interest, we multiply the principal with the rate and time. So the total interest for the 30 years will be 240,000 ringgit. And to calculate the repayment is the sum of principal and interest. So the total amount to be repaid over 30 years is 440,000 ringgit. And lastly, to calculate the monthly repayment, the loan term in months is divided by the total repayments, and we will get 1,222 ringgit 22 cents. This is the repayment schedule for Maybank housing loan, and the 200,000 ringgit is the principal. To calculate the interest payment each month, we multiply the principal with the rate, which is 0.04, then we divided it by 12 months a year. So we will get 666 ringgit 67 cents. Then to calculate the principal payment, we minus the monthly payment with the monthly interest payment, and we will get 555 ringgit 55 cents each month as the principal payment. To calculate the outstanding principal, we minus the principal with the principal payment each month. For example, at the first month, we will get 199,444 ringgit and 45 cents. And the rest payment until the 360 month will be represented in the spreadsheet link below. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is To Ching Sun and my matrix number is 293540. So, in this slide, I'm going to present about how CIMB Bank Berhad use and gain benefits from CIMB housing loan. Firstly, CIMB housing loan carries a compound interest rate of around 3.00% per annum, which is a floating rate. Next, the floating rate features provide CIMB Bank Berhad both flexibility and protection against economic fluctuations. Besides that, CIMB Bank Berhad offers a secure form of housing loan since it is secured by property collateral. Lastly, CIMB Bank Berhad offers a flexible and competitive housing loan rate. Alright, in this slide, I'm going to present about the calculation of repayment of CIMB housing loan. Based on the case study that's shown in this slide, we want to determine the amount of payment that Farid must make at the end of each month. So we will use the formula for the present value of an annuity immediate, which is A equal to R A N I, also equal to R 1 minus 1 plus I power negative n over I. A is Rn 500,000 because the housing loan of Rn 500,000 borrowed by Farid represents the present value of the housing loan. I is 0.0505 over 12 and N is MT equal to 12 times 30 because the interest rate charge of this housing loan is 5.05% per annum, compounded monthly, and the loan tenure is 30 years. So substitute the values of A, I and N into the formula and we will get the values of R, which is Rn2699.41. In conclusion, Farid needs to make a fixed monthly repayment of Rn2699.41 for a total of 30 years to repay his housing loan of Rn 500,000 from CIMB Bank Berhad. Alright, in this slide, I'm going to present about the repayment schedule for CIMB housing loan. A part of the repayment schedule for the housing loan borrowed by Farid from CIMB Bank Berhad is shown in this slide. Based on this repayment schedule, the original amount of outstanding principal before Farid start making repayment is Rn 500,000. Based on the calculation we did earlier, Farid is required to pay RM2699.41 at the end of each month. And then, the amount of interest that Farid is required to pay during the first payment is RM500,000 times 0.004208333 equal to RM2104.17. And then, the amount of principal that Farid makes during the first payment is RM2699.41 minus RM2104.17 equal to RM595.24. And then the amount of outstanding principal after Farid has made the first payment is RM500,000 minus RM595.24 equal to RM499404.76.
My name is Gowen Hui and my machine number is 291979. I would like to present a comparison of housing loan products from Maybank and CIMB and conclude which is the better choice. So this is a table that shows the comparison between different criteria, including interest type, loan amount, loan term, interest rate, total interest, total repayment, monthly repayment, and risk. These two loans are compared based on a loan period of 30 years. After comparing the two, we determined that Maybank's House Key House Ownership Plan is the better option because it offers lower monthly repayment, that is RM1,222.22, compared to CIMB's RM2,699.41, that is more than half the amount, which is more manageable for most people. Second is because of lower total repayment, which is Maybank 440,000 versus CIMB 971,787.60. That is over 531,000 in savings across the full long term. Additionally, Maybank's simple interest loan is easier to understand and guarantees predictable monthly payments. This helps borrowers plan their finances better without surprises. In contrast, CIMB's compound interest and floating rates introduces risk and uncertainty, as the monthly payment may increase over time. So, based on affordability, total financial burden, risk level, financial planning benefits, Maybank's House Key House Ownership Plan is clearly the better choice for most borrowers, especially for first-time home buyers or those with stable income. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Koh Shaoxuan, machine number 293801. I would like to present the suggestion for House Key Home Ownership Plan by Maybank. First, a dedicated House Key app would greatly improve the user experience. The app will go beyond basic calculators to include instant loan eligibility checks, application tracking, educational guides for new buyer, and integrated property listing via partnership. This would particularly appeal to millennials and Gen Z who value convenience and digital-first solutions. Secondly, with rising concern over climate change, greenhouse financing is a good opportunity. Maybank could offer lower interest for energy efficient home, rebate for solar panel or water saving system, and also tie up with eco-certified developers. This would not only support sustainability but attract eco-conscious buyers as well. Third, to make home more accessible, a first-time home buyer program can be introduced. It might include web processing fee, flexible early step repayment option, and access to financial literacy section. This would encourage young and middle-income earners to take the first step toward home ownership with Maybank. Next, we recommend a loyalty program to reward responsible borrowers. Features could include points for on-time payment, voucher or interest discount, and preferential offer on refinancing or future loans. This not only promotes financial responsibility but also build long-term customer loyalty. Finally, by partnering closely with property developers, Maybank can offer end-to-end solution. Display available properties in the app, offer pre-approved loan package, and align project launches with financing promotions. This will make the home buying journey simpler and more integrated. Next, conclusion. The goal of this study is to explore factors that significantly influence borrower decision, such as interest calculation method, total repayment cost, monthly installment, and support program for home buyers. Maybank House Key Home Ownership Plan use a simple interest with a fixed rate, offering a clear and predictable payment structure. On the other hand, CIMB use compound interest, which result in a much higher total cost. Maybank provide 100% financing, support joint family application, and participate in national program like Scheme Rumah Pertamaku, making it ideal for first-time and average income buyers. Meanwhile, CIMB offerings such as international loan option and refinancing feature are better suited for high-income individuals or those who seeking investment opportunity. The comparison shows that Maybank House Key Plan provide affordability, clarity, and government-based support, making it more inclusive and practical option for the average Malaysian homeowner. Thank you.